How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole. And yes, I am doing the intro because Chibi decided to fucking just smoke as many cigarettes as possible, drink
I
as
like
much
to
tequila as
apologize.
possible,
The
and make
second
me
one, yes.
and make me do this. As you can see, the entire Pixelated Thoughts crew is here. And this episode is going to be primarily about anime. So I think the first half of this is going to be us discussing Winter 2023 anime. I think we all decide to do 4.
Yeah.
Right?
My God.
We chose 4 at random. Okay. And those 4 were High Card, Trigun Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other ones?
Buddy Daddies,
Body
and
Daddies, yeah,
Nier
Buddy Daddy.
Automata.
And Nier Automata.
I was wondering how you said. I was gonna ask you guys because I was like near.
I called it Nier.
Near.
But I started with Automata.
It is Nier
Automata.
Yeah, Nier
You know,
Automata.
I kind of listened in my head and also said automata. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
So it's based off of a video game, no?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Correct.
Yes, it is. So basically,
and then Trigun is a remake?
Yep, Trigun is a reimagining, pretty much. Buddy Daddies is an original anime, and I believe High Card is also an original anime. So basically, what I want to do, or basically what we're doing today, is that we at least watched one episode, the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, I watched like all of them because I got really excited.
How dare
for
you.
all of them.
Wow. Okay. I'm
trying to hold out. I was holding out.
They're fucking great, man.
They're
And
really
I think we should start with what I am going to call probably the sleeper hit of Winter 2023, and that is High Card. That is quite possibly.
I'm so glad you wanted to start with that one because I have so much to say.
That is quite possibly one of the most unexpected anime, and I can't believe I'm going to do this, but Brad's the one that suggested it.
I know, and kind of a cup dog dub right there.
Exactly.
Look at that face. Look at that fucking smiling face.
So, how we're gonna do this is that Chibi decided that we should do expectations when we first saw the actual like opening image or whatever, and then we're gonna discuss how we felt about it. So, starting with High Card, we'll go with Brad because Brad's the one that suggested it. Cup dog, Brad Cup.
Cup.
What when you first saw the image of High Card, what did you think it was going to be?
It was good. I thought it was going to be like one of those sports animes. You know, it's like super over the top. You know, like the ball's on fire and like people explode into like a pink mist type deal. But with poker.
What fucking anime does that?
I like just hearing him say that. I was like, I don't know if I can imagine that.
But I know there's the basketball one, and I think there's a soccer one.
There's Blue Lock,
Haiku.
Blue Lock is a soccer one.
Yeah. What was it? Like the basketball one? Yeah, no basketball something. Sorry guys, don't be disappointed.
But yeah, so I expected something along those lines. Like I just expected this like overly dramatic poker type, or a card game, like some professional, I don't know, some professional player, and I don't know, his cards glow or something, and it's basically just Yu-Gi-Oh, but in a casino. I really had no idea. It was actually, I picked it because my first 5 choices, Ken told me no. So
tell them what the first 5 choices were.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them the first 5.
You got like I remember.
Yeah.
You should say something.
At some point, you said, "What was it? Was it Reload or what was it? What was the what was that
Reboot?
Reboot. That old ass show from the 90s. If anybody remembers that, I'm gonna give you credit.
Loved Reboot.
I loved Reboot too. That busty ass CG shit.
It was revolutionary
for its time. So, Brad, tell me, now that you gave like your thoughts on what the anime, what did you think about the anime? What did you think about the first episode?
I thought it was really cool. I really didn't know what to expect going in. I knew nothing about it. It just looked cool, and I picked it. I watched it, and I was like, "Holy crap! This is actually." I'm not gonna say way better because I honestly had no expectations. So it was just really good.
This man went out on a dive. He's like, "Fuck it, Ken. High Card." And I'm like, "Okay." And I was like, "This was amazing. What the fuck?"
Yeah, it actually was really fucking good.
Oh my god! All right, thanks, Brad. Check. What about you? When you first saw the actual poster image?
I don't know. I was thinking I was gonna watch something about gambling, and something like mafia-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So it's It's along those lines. I don't really have much that I was guessing around that
Well, that's fair.
because
That's
I
fair.
already know that what I think initially is definitely not what it turns out to be when I start watching it,
Right. Right.
especially with anime.
All right. So, what did you think of it?
Fucking amazing. It's probably my favorite out of all of them. I like them all,
Right.
but I really enjoyed watching High Card
Mhm.
and the story behind, the guy who seems to be down bad and then doing his thing and then just carrying this fucking magical card in his pocket that he knows nothing about. And then the quick realization of what that card, the kind of power that that card has.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Thought that was
Mhm.
I know, I
very
liked
interesting.
how it was, like, a little symbolic. I mean, I don't think we've learned yet, like, why there was, like, a bullet through it, but I thought that was, like, cool symbolism, like, if it was not intentional or, like, if it was intentional,
Right.
because, like, with the card, it turns into a little gun, but I thought, like, the bullet through the card was kinda cool, as well as, like, if you guys noticed, like, his jacket had, like, the little symbol of the gun on it too.
Right.
Mhm.
I think the on the cards, it's like representative of what the power is going to be. It like hints at what it's going to
Yeah,
be.
I just didn't know if it, like, got, like, shot because in, like, the initial scene, like, when the cars fucking went everywhere, like, I don't know for what some reason, like, it was, like, shot through, you know? I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. And I was like, "Damn, is this card broken?" And then when he pulled out that shit, I was like, "Oh, his card is not broken, in fact."
Play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Chibi, you're up next. Like, what'd you think when you saw the poster of it? You're like, oh
Okay,
god,
so
why didn't he choose Tobo Chad? You asshole.
okay, I also really like Tomo-chan, but that's a little bit later.
It is funny.
I initially kinda thought, like, what Brad and Jack thought, like, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be, like, some type of gambling shit, we're about to get" what was it called? Like,
When you have,
Goody Part 2 or some shit, like
oh
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
god.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
the gambling one, like, I was like, "Oh, man."
The one where
But,
it's
like,
kind of erotic too, right?
a
Wait,
little
don't
bit,
she
I
like
didn't
get
watch
off on
it.
gambling?
Hey, yo, okay, I just know there's a lot of
Is that
cards and
hentai?
symbolism.
It's not hentai,
Um,
Jack.
the whole subject is that hentai?
Is that what the
That
kids call the
Is that,
hentai?
is
is
that
that
what that is?
hentai or no
I know, I
hentai is
know.
No,
the
no, no,
game.
no. Oh no,
But
please
no,
no.
I really, really enjoyed it, and I think it was the one that I'm very excited about, and I could easily see it becoming one of my favorites, depending on how it progresses. I love the art. I really dig the music. Like, I don't know if you kinda listened to it at one point, Ken, but it kinda sounded like Persona music.
Yeah,
Like,
no, very
the one scene where
heavy
he was like
jazz. Heavy
yeah,
jazz.
kinda like
Yeah.
the heavy jazz. When he was about to, like, go, like, yeet everyone's stuff, like, I really enjoyed that. Hot guys, I can't go
Oh
wrong with hot men in
god.
anime.
Adults too,
Reeled
right?
me in real quick.
Adults.
Um, I liked the
Hentai.
different
Hentai.
shut the fuck up. I li See, it's not fucking Cup Brad
What?
this time, it's Ken out of pocket.
Cup bread.
Um, Cup Brad, look at his
Yeah.
little wholesome cups
Happy.
out.
It's gonna get distracted because it's
Just
just a
being all
happy.
happy. But yeah, and like I just really enjoyed like the different powers associated with the cards. Like I don't know if you guys know, I'm like a fiend when it comes to like cards and like arcana, with the with the one show that just came out, like Alice in Borderlands, like season 2, like I was obsessed with it. But the
Great
biggest
show,
thing
by the
was
way.
because yeah, it was a great
I
show
haven't watched it
because of
yet.
the
It's on
relevancy
my
with
list.
cards. Like I don't know, I think I have a weird fixation about cards. So
Right.
I was really, really pleased with the first episode, and I'm so excited for the rest.
Yeah, I think High Card really has potential to be like the big
Yeah.
sleeper hit of 2023,
Oh,
especially
for
for like
sure.
the winter. So
Yeah.
when I saw the poster, I was like, this kind of has like a Casino Royale vibe.
Yeah.
But what I really thought when I watched it was like, this is like Kingsman. It's a lot
Oh, I
like
could see
Kingsman.
that. I like that. That's a good,
And
comparison.
what's really interesting is how dark and violent it is.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah, like,
unexpected. Like
unintentionally.
I
Yeah.
usually with original anime, I think that there's sometimes, the animation can be kind of poor and sometimes the dialogue. Nah, the whole thing was just excellent all the way
Wait, so
through.
is it not a manga?
No, it's not. This
Oh,
is yeah,
shit.
this is an original, I
Damn.
believe. Yeah, I
Now
was
I
looking.
can't, like, spoil it for myself.
No, I was looking it up and I was like, I can't see anything. What was
Wow, they did a very good job then.
exactly? I was like,
What studio did it? Sorry to cut you
I
off.
don't know who it is,
Okay,
honestly.
because I really was digging the animation.
But I think if people are going to give like I because I didn't watch a trailer for it. I know that like Crunchyroll usually has like a trailer on YouTube for
Yeah.
High Card and stuff like that. Didn't watch a trailer, and most times a lot of original anime can be like they start off really good and they taper off because there's
Ugh. Yeah.
a lot of people have to write and think for themselves, and sometimes the
Yeah.
logic just kind of goes out the window. But
Yeah.
with High Card, it was like the first 2 episodes were really strong. It's incredibly violent. So
Mhm.
there's a whole thing where if you want to see someone's head pop off and turn to marbles, you can
Yep.
absolutely see
I
that.
was very confused in that one scene before we figured it out. I was like, why is there marbles over there? I was like, why is there blood? And I was like, did he just eat too many like gumballs and like his gum started bleeding? Like it was like so stupid. I was like, I could not figure out what it was. And then when we saw his power, I was like, ah,
Yeah.
I
that makes
think the
sense.
most hype thing about High Card, and the reason why I'm so excited for the rest of the anime is because like they had that end scene, that duel, and he like
Yeah, and it
immediately
was like a
calls the
one shot.
calls the card, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
a little
dude, it was
revolver.
so good.
I was like,
Dude, I got like
Yeah.
goosebumps with the last like scene where they're like pointing at each other and it's just one
I
shot.
was like, oh, it's a little revolver. What's he gonna do with that? And it just perfectly rips through his shoulder and arm, and I was like, that was fucking amazing. So
I
if
just
you,
realized we probably should have done like a spoiler alert. Like if you did not watch this, don't listen yet.
I mean, listen,
Do
some of,
that.
I
Do
mean,
that in the
yeah, we'll
description.
do it in part of the
There you
description.
go,
But
fair
if you
enough.
do want to watch, I think one anime that's probably gonna like, because I know there's a lot. I think there's at least 10 to 15 like
Yeah,
new anime for winter 2023. A ton of continuation. Blue Lock has it season 2. Vinland Saga's at season
Vinland
2.
Saga, yeah.
If you really do want to watch like an anime that's probably gonna like knock your socks off, I think High Card
This
is
is
that
it,
one. Yeah,
boys.
I
It
was
is so good.
I was
10 out of 10 for
I was
sure.
very shocked by the opening. I was very shocked because you really don't understand what's happening. You're just like,
Yeah, you don't. I was very
are we
confused. I
not
had a
gambling?
choice. I was like, what is this?
That was
What is this?
that was my whole thought while watching. I was like, are we not gambling? Like, what is this? And then when
He
you went,
says, where's the
yeah,
gambling?
where's the Casino Royale stuff? And then they introduced something. I'm like, this is like the Kingsman. So if you're a huge fan of that series, and I know a lot of people are, High Card
Yeah,
is your
for
anime, and
sure.
I think that once again, it's probably gonna be one of the biggest sleeper hits as long as
Yeah,
people don't sway away from it. But the reviews I saw
yeah,
on Crunchyroll from a lot of people are very, very well done.
yeah. I mean, like
Oh,
I
it left
said,
a
if it
really good
continues the
first
way it
impression.
is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, no, I agree.
definitely.
I definitely think it could be one of my favorites.
But I mean, once again, that's the downside for a lot of anime. So like some original will have like an incredible first episode,
Really.
and then it'll just taper off. Wonder Egg Priority is one of those. I love that anime. I love the first like 10 episodes, and
I mean,
it
it
got
could
to
be like
like
Game
the
of
end.
Thrones, where it'll go
Mm,
through a couple seasons before it's like, you know
Well,
what,
I
we
mean,
give
you don't
up.
have DB Weiss and David Benoff fucking it up.
Yeah,
You
right.
know? Just going like, hey, we got Star Wars money. And that was the thing too. That's my favorite part, was that they literally said, or they literally got told that, hey, you can do Game of Thrones for as long as you want. And then they were like, oh, we got a Star Wars project down the pipeline. And so they rushed the last like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then it
oh, I see.
completely bombed.
Big
And
deuces.
dude, people were
Yeah.
celebrating. People were like just bodying them. And then after Game of Thrones bombed, they lost the project. Right?
They
So,
get.
That's
yeah,
sad.
that's what it's.
That's what you get.
I
I
mean,
mean,
You
I
don't
didn't
fuck up
watch the
like that
last
in the
season.
industry.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you don't fuck with that fan base, man. I mean,
Mm,
No, they will
George R. R.
tear you
Martin
up.
still
Cancel
hasn't.
culture is real.
George R. R. Martin
mhm.
still has not released Winds of Winter, bro. We are fucking like almost 15 years from the last book, I think.
Oh God.
It's been a long time.
He
Already.
said,
High Card. Watch that. Do your thing.
Yes.
yes,
Highly
yes,
recommended.
So,
If we were to
absolutely.
give it a score out of 10,
I give it
11 out of
I
10.
give it a 10.
yeah,
That
I'd
first
give it a
episode was
10.
a 10 for me.
It was so
9.8.
good.
9. Brad
God,
should
you
be
gotta
giving it
be
the
my
highest
cat.
score, but
I know, right?
he's got to be arrogant. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we see how you are, Brad.
Top dog.
I can't have my
He doesn't want to be biased.
yeah, I can't have my show just start off, that great.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What was that?
We'll do Josh's show next, so Nier Automata. So, for those that do not know, Square Enix developed the Nier series
Oh, did it? I
mid
didn't know that.
2000s. It was originally
Yeah, they
came out
did.
as Nier. It's a very obscure
Yeah.
game. Brad, you remember Nier. It was not well received, or it was very mixed, but it became a cult classic because it's actually a continuation of another Square series called Drakengard.
Yeah, it is.
Set in the late future. Brad does not know anything. Huh? So I've played Nier Automata, and I've also played Nier Replicant. So I kind of knew what was going to happen, like going in, but I did have reservations because A1 Studio is the animator for Nier Automata, and I was like, Nier Automata, I'm sorry, and I was like,
Is it Automata
Yeah, it's
or
Automata.
Automata?
I'm still confused. I thought it was automata.
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 Onomatopoeia?
Automata.
Yeah, that's right.
So Nier Automata is
So
a,
near.
Here.
The animation I thought was okay, right? I don't think you can really get too much from the poster. It's just waifu, right?
Yeah.
I was
Um,
like, damn, I
I
want to cosplay.
yeah, I'll go. Yeah, everyone wants to
It
do
looks
2D.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
looks
really cool
really cool.
cosplay
So
outfit.
I'll go first on this one. So like obviously, it's really shot for shot of the tutorial stage, like the
That's what I
first
heard.
45 minutes to an hour. You know, I would say the animation was pretty good, except for the CG, which was fucking rough as
It's
fuck.
funny that you say that. I have something to add later on.
All right, and so I thought it was, you know, obviously very loyal, and I just wonder how they're going to adapt later stages of the game to the anime, because the big thing about the game is there's a cycle that has to consistently occur, and I do not know how that's going to happen, because I believe it's going to be 12 episodes, I'm assuming, right? So you're not going to have much time to develop too much, or to get into too much, because it is a very philosophy heavy anime, or a game rather, you know. So it's pretty much, it's like what it means to be human, that type of stuff.
Basically, just Pinocchio.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Fucking Geppetto. Which one is he? Is he 9S?
Without the growing of the nose.
Without growing. So
Yeah.
this was Josh's recommendation, right? He saw waifu, went, all right, it's cool.
Can't blame him.
I
can't
like
blame him.
I
like
like
that.
goth girls, you know.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay with me.
Let's not lie to
Like-
ourselves. Let's not.
Yeah, see, Cup Dog agrees. Look
Cup
at him.
Dog
He's
does
fucking
agree.
full screen.
Cup Dog love them goth blindfolded girls.
Oh God, that was a terrible sentence.
I never understood it at first because I have no history with
Yeah.
this game.
Now he wants to play it. He's like, what's happening? That's
Well, it looks like it's only on PlayStation.
I think it's on Steam.
Oh, it's on
too.
Switch.
Yeah. It's on Switch. Just
Okay.
released a port.
Doggo.
I don't recommend playing it on Switch, bro. I think it's
No.
on PC.
Yeah,
I would
that-
play it on PC.
I could not imagine playing a bullet hell on the Switch currently.
That was great. I love that. All right. So what'd you think, Josh? First episode.
It wasn't bad. It was a little bit confusing to me at first
That's the whole
with
game.
the whole whatever was it a
Yeah.
mom? Was it I don't know. And then the twins, and then it took me a little bit
Aw,
to
yeah.
realize what the hell they were at that point.
Right.
And then this whole idea of living life in a loop as androids. And then the planet they were on.
It's Earth, baby.
Yeah, were they on Earth?
That is
when they
Earth.
were destroying that
Yeah.
Not Earth.
that
Earth.
Goliath class weapon or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it was.
Those things were
Yeah.
kind of fucking creepy, bro.
They
Yeah.
were a little bit creepy. Go ahead.
It's meant to be unsettling.
Yeah, I definitely
The
felt that
entire
way.
thing, right? So pretty much like the machines are meant to be unsettling because of how, I would say, like their mannerisms become more and more human, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So when they start talking, like that's why she was surprised, like it's speaking, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I was
yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah. You were
What's
like,
cool
well,
though is
just
did y'all
kill it.
watch all the way to the end, even when they did the puppet show?
Yeah.
I thought the
Yeah.
puppet show was cool.
Yeah, that was cool because I mean, then that gave me more information about what the fuck I was watching than
Yeah.
the actual episode did.
Right.
I have to agree with that one.
I'm serious. Like it's one of those. Even in the game, a lot of people were like really confused because there's a
Yeah.
lot of things that happen, and then you have to do like multiple like playthroughs. 'Cause it
Really.
pretty much
To-
kind of
to
it
get it.
coerces you to do that, and then you're like, oh shit,
Oh.
it makes sense. And then
After
Huh.
5 playthroughs.
yeah, you'll
Yeah.
think it'd be like it doesn't really come to like a natural conclusion. A lot of times you have to kind of put things
Ugh.
together, right?
Interesting.
Like I said, very very philosophical.
Okay.
But all right, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, no problem.
Chibi.
I was like, who?
She,
Same initial reaction. Waifu must watch. For me, I was
Josh, don't
definitely
nod like that, bro. He was like,
I definitely
trying.
was also
Facts.
confused to say the least. I thought it was cool though. I liked when we were going through the episode, I liked the concept. It made me sad though, like at the ending part where like when they got destroyed
Mhm.
and she came back and then she remembered everything and he's
He
like,
didn't. Yeah.
he's like, I don't remember anything that happened until this point. I
'Cause
was
he
like,
sacrificed.
Yeah, so remember like the black box
Yeah.
protocol, right? So if they
Yeah,
die, they have to upload their information.
yeah, and I I didn't realize that. I was like, "What does black box do?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's what it does." But I mean, it was definitely interesting. I'll have to kind of watch more to like honestly like see how I feel, just because I was very confused for the
Yes.
most part. But it's an interesting
there just
concept,
wasn't
and
enough attractive men in it.
yeah, very true. But we had an attractive waifu, so it's
Of
okay.
course. Of
I don't
course.
discriminate.
Of course.
I'm interested in seeing what the other android types are because they
Yeah,
listed those in the
You'll see a lot of
little
it.
puppet
and
show.
I
If
need to know what like this dystopian background is, like what's going on with
Oh,
these
where they
talking
were in?
machines
Yeah.
that are terrified,
definitely
like
not gonna
what's
spoil that for
popping.
you guys,
No,
but
you're fine. No, and that's just
yeah.
me just speaking out loud. Like
Okay.
you don't have to tell me the answer.
Don't
I'm just
speak
saying.
out loud, okay?
Eh? Nani?
Cup dog, I want you to zoom out.
And then zoom in.
And as you talk, I want you to zoom in and give me your
That
thoughts.
shit was so funny. I was trying so hard not to laugh when Jack was talking while you were doing that.
Okay.
See, I don't
Brad,
even look at it.
what'd you think, man? Did you ever play Near Automata?
Yeah. So I have played Nier. I've
Mhm.
played Nier Automata.
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 I
Automata.
I will um I will confess, even though it was a Square game, there's the reason why I played it. It was just because it was a Square game.
The bias is showing.
I just never really got into it. I did play
Truth comes
Automata
out.
quite a bit. I mean, I probably put 20, 30 hours into it.
Yeah, I mean that's what almost 3 playthroughs, right? I think 3 cycles.
Oh,
almost.
really?
Yeah. So,
It's
Sorry, I'm
so
used to 100-hour Persona games.
but I didn't really like I don't know the lore very well.
Mhm.
However, I did recognize the episode as a shot for shot of the tutorial
Yeah, that's what I've
Exactly.
heard.
Area. Um, I'm glad you mentioned something about the CGI, and you also mentioned something about reboot because that mech in the opening sequence when it was coming into frame, I was like, dude, what kind of reboot CGI is that?
That shit was
I literally was
rough.
like, "What?" I
Yeah,
have
it was
a
pretty
friend
rough.
who swears up and down that the CG is really good, and I was like,
Well, I
"I
mean,
don't know my stuff,
the
but
thing
I believe
was
you."
the thing was that was probably everyone's like main concern was that who was the
Mhm.
studio animating it. Now, obviously, I don't want it to be Mappa so they can actually survive the anime.
Mhm,
The animators can
please.
live because goddamn. But when it said A1, I was like, oh shit, this might be a little rough. I mean,
Um,
for a video game adaptation too, like I thought like the character detail was really good. Because a lot of video game anime that have been adapted, like Tales, the Tales series has one. It is not good
Really?
quality. Or
Well, wasn't
Scarlet Nexus.
Castlevania?
No, Castlevania was a completely different project. That was made by his name's Adi Shankar, and this dude's like he's a fucking god when it comes to like production. So yeah,
Because I thought that was a game turned anime.
yeah. I don't know. People still don't call it. Some people call it anime. Some people are like, it's just
Well, it's yeah. I
it's
guess
like a
it's part that
cartoon,
style.
right? Yeah, it's just
Mm.
I say animation. But yeah. So Brad, what would you give this? What would you give Near Automata? I
I
mean,
would
you
have to
played the
see
game.
more. Right. I would have to see some more of it. I did
First
like
impression.
I did like the hand drawn, you know, portion of it. Like I felt like it was
Was not a fan of Reboot.
yeah.
What year is
Well,
it?
no. Like it to me like it was literally a like shot for shot, frame by frame. You know, I really hope in like episode 3 there's just like a 20-minute menuing section where she's
Uh,
shopping and like equipping pieces and it's just that's half the episode is her just trying to
oh my god, yeah, that was so fucking confusing in the game. I was like, what am I doing? Why do these not have like distinct names?
I mean, I'd give it a 7 so far.
7. Yeah, I'd give it
Yeah.
like a. I give.
That's what I was giving it.
Yeah, I say like 7.5. Like I wasn't too compelled. Um, Chibi, what do you give it?
Yeah, I would say like a 7. Can we talk about the scene with the ladder? Because that shit caught me off guard.
So that's in the game too. Like you can
Oh
do
my
people manipulate the
god.
camera a lot. Like you listen.
I bet.
I'm not saying to search for it, right? But Rule 34, okay? Just Rule 34 2B. There's a lot. There's a shit ton. Just put that out there.
Just Google 2B. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, Google 2B. People are huge fans for a reason. So
Actually, I sent you something on Facebook. It was a message. I don't know if it actually sent it to you or
no,
not.
it didn't. I was hoping was it appropriate?
It was not appropriate. So it was it was like
Is this the time to tell me?
Yeah, well, no. So it was it's referring it was referring to that anime, but it was like best moment ever, and it was the first episode of the show, and it was like best moment, 7 minutes 21 seconds, and then like the guy fast forwarded to 7 minutes 21 seconds, and it just showed like a nice yeah.
You can say backside shot.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you guys just make me Google?
Why would you Google it? That's the goddamn problem. Anyways,
I cannot unsee. Do not Google Rule 34 2B for the love of all that is good.
Why are you doing that on the podcast? What is wrong?
I'm curious, okay? Have you seen that one clip of me Googling something? Because it's a great clip.
Oh my god. All right, let's move on. We have
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go to Chibi's choice next, and that was Buddy Daddies. So we're going to start with Chibi. What was your first impression? What was your first thought when you saw the poster? First thought when you
I read the name first and I said, my type of anime.
You thought Yuri, and I was like, oh my god, I love this.
I just saw daddy in the title. I don't know. It was I didn't really know what to expect because like the poster itself, like, and the title, I was like just no expectations, kind of like how Brad was with High Card. I was like, just no expectations. Let me just go in here. But I enjoyed it. Like, I thought the animation from time to time was like a little wonky.
A little stiff sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, a little stiff in the beginning. I was like, oh shit. But I thought the concept was really cool. They lost some brownie points with me for the cat. That's all I gotta say about that.
Oh.
I'm very sensitive when it comes to animals. Okay, Ken's looking at me like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
First
He gave
off,
him a scarf. He gave him a scarf.
He gave him a scarf, but he left him on the street.
And he brought food
he could have got
Yeah, but then where was he after that?
Yeah, where was he? We don't know if he went to a good home. He could have went to.
I'm pretty sure he was already cooked at that point.
Wow.
Yum yums.
Wow.
What the fuck? You can't say that.
I'm Cup Dog. I can say whatever I want to about cats.
Cup Dog. What's the song with the? It's like, what's the fucking song?
Me and Jack are just like.
Yeah.
What's the Meow Mix song? Anybody remember that one?
No.
I want chicken. I want
can't go
liver.
up
Meow
for
Mix. Meow
doctor.
Mix. Please deliver.
But yeah, we don't know if they went to a good home. The cat could have went to a serial killer that I don't know, like beats up cats.
Listen, first
okay,
off,
it made me sad.
First off, for the cat, don't be fucking homeless. Get a job. I don't understand. Japan is a working society. Okay.
Spoiler alert. Cat becomes main protagonist. So
that would be.
You know what? I would vibe with that. I would vibe with that.
We'll see the cat in a couple episodes down the road.
So
I'm hoping.
Based off your impressions, she'd be like, "What would you rate Buddy Daddies?"
Like I said, I really enjoyed Buddy Daddies. I thought it was it gave me like a Spy Family-ish feel, but not at the same time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'd give it like an 8, 8.5. Okay. I was pretty content with it.
Brad,
excited to see what is to
Cup
come.
Dog, in all your wisdom, what did you think of Buddy Daddies? What was your first thought when you saw the image?
I watched the episode like 2 hours ago. It was the one that I kind of forgot about. And
he forgot about me, bro, and my choice.
Listen, you either have waifu, a remake of a classic, or probably the best anime of 2023 or winter 2023. Yeah. I mean,
so it's just not my cup of tea, right? I will say the music was really awesome. I really enjoyed the Persona, type of music. It got a little loud at some points. It was just like they were just having casual conversation, and like the ambient music was just like kicking in the background
over the dialogue. That was so weird.
Yeah. But it's not my cup of tea so far, right? It might get better. I don't know.
But you like comedy, right? So I mean,
I do like comedy,
and it was fairly lighthearted.
Yeah, that was good. I like how they ended up murdering the girl's dad.
Spoiler.
I mean, we're spoiling everything
I
else.
guess. Yeah.
We're literally giving a discussion.
Cup Dog
What do you
doesn't
mean?
spoil anything.
The first episode, did
I
you not
am the
remember the
spoiler.
postcard? It was.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It literally
All-
said in the first episode.
All Cup Dog has done, right, is try to maintain a no spoiler zone.
Oh wait,
and
was that the second episode?
Yeah,
I kind of watched both.
yeah, I know.
I haven't
You
watched the
jumped
second
again there.
episode yet. But
I don't know if that was the second or the first one. I'm
the
sorry.
postcard is at the end of the first episode.
Yeah, it's at the
Okay,
end.
okay, then
So-
I didn't watch the second episode. Wait, I didn't watch the second episode then.
How
So
dare
Brad,
you?
Brad, what are you giving Buddy Daddies with score?
Initially, I'm gonna give it a 6.
6. Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Low.
It's more.
I don't think it
Boo,
deserves
You know
a
what?
6.
You know what? That's
More-
I think this is good because we're getting like at least a good spectrum, right?
Kind of stinky in my
Good
opinion, but
spectrum.
whatever.
Okay.
It's okay. I understand.
Josh, my Filipino friend. What'd you give Buddy Daddies, buddy?
So when based on the
Give it
poster,
11.
it kind of had like a Daddy Daycare / John Wick
see that.
/ Die Hard look to it.
I agree with that. The
But,
the
when I
main
watched
protagonist
it,
kind of acts like he's kind of a John McClane-esque character. Very
yeah.
sarcastic.
Well, I really like the dynamic between the three, right?
Mhm.
So you have Kazuki, who is like extremely outgoing. He's
I love how he knows their
positive,
names.
and he's
Yeah,
like
A+ to Jack.
he's always talking, just like
Mhm.
he's always in a
Like
good
super
fucking mood.
energetic. Yeah.
And he's like the
Is it-
housewife between.
Yeah,
already-
yeah.
He's already
And,
joined their Reddit.
Yeah.
People were saying he's like the golden retriever.
Here's why I'm gonna give Jack a lot of credit. Jack, you know what, Josh? Tell everyone why you got into watching anime in the first place. Because you weren't a big fan. You didn't like watch too much. of it.
I got tired of like being the one who didn't know shit about anime. And everybody like in the streaming community watches
Yeah.
the fuck out of anime.
But let me ask you a question.
Big
When I
boobs.
gave you a fucking list to watch, why did you disregard
You gave
it?
me a list of 10 fucking shows.
And they were
that
great
had,
shows.
like 20, 30 episodes each.
They were elite
They were-
shows.
We
It was
did overwhelm him,
great
I'm not gonna
shows,
lie.
great shows, but unrealistic goal.
We gave you
What I'm
then
learning
4.
about you, Ken.
What
Yeah.
would you learn?
So anyways, you got Kazuki, right? And then you got like the sad boy Reed, who just you can't do anything to make the guy happy.
Right.
He's a
apparently.
realist.
He's the-
Okay,
he's
he's
the
a
black
realist.
He was really disappointed about that cat. And
Made
then
me
and then you
sad.
have Mary, who is just fucking too much.
It's legitimately a 4-year-old. That is what it is.
Yeah,
That's
she is. Yeah,
He's like,
exactly-
I can attest.
That's how my kid acts. So 100%
yeah,
accurate.
it's super energetic. Just has extremely naive, right? Like the whole cake scene and then
Well,
running
obviously.
around.
I
everywhere.
respected that cake scene because I too love cakey.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because of the major difference in characters and their
Yeah.
personalities. And,
Okay.
and
And
a
it, like,
lot of it
meshed.
complemented each other.
Yeah.
What score are we giving it, buddy?
I'll give it about a 8.5, 9.
Okay. That's
I
that's good.
respect that.
Yeah, I thought
All right. What did you
almost
think?
almost immediately buddy comedy, right? Like the old school like 90s films and stuff like that. 48 Hours, I can't remember the other ones. But I mean, I liked it for the most part. I agree with Brad. Like sometimes I had these weird beats where like the music would actually overlap the dialogue, which was a strange audio choice. Felt a bit predictable also, you know. I like some like what you said, Chief. I like some of the animation, and then for whatever reason,
Yeah.
like you get like a really cool action scene, and you would go from like, don't take this as disrespect to Naruto and stuff like that, right? But you get that like
Right.
the animation would look elite, and then it would for some reason have like this really cheap cutaway,
Yeah.
right? When he was
I
like
like
grabbing the tray to block the bullets,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like some of it looked really good, and the rest of it was like, why is it like that?
Yeah, I didn't like the whole dodging back and forth.
Yeah, that was a weird.
part
I
of
mean,
it. Yeah.
obviously, you got to have some type of weird action dynamic in a lot of anime.
You could just
Um,
run a straight line.
good first episode, fun, right? I think I did watch the second episode, and I will say it gets a whole fucking lot darker, which
Oh, shit, really?
which I really liked. I did.
Oh.
I really liked.
You gotta
I-
match Reed's energy.
I would give it like an 8. I would say
Okay.
like Buddy Daddy's, pretty good start. Hopefully,
Mhm.
kind of maintains the momentum from the second episode. I think the third episode's out today on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Not sure how the simulcast works, but yeah, pretty good. So I mean, outside of Brad, who is the he's the real one. He's Cup Dog. Cup Dog is
Fucking Cup Dog,
the
man.
knowledgeable one.
Up
All
dog
right,
nose.
so I love that. No, I want that to be the motto for everything we do. Cup Dog knows.
Cup Dog
Just
knows.
zoom ins on his face.
Cup dog.
Hey, yo.
All right, so the last one, I pretty much it was my suggestion was Trigun Stampede, and I know that a lot of people were one upset that they were revisiting a classic, and then two, they were very concerned about the CG. So what I learned is that the Studio Orange had been working on that fucking CG for almost 4 to 5 years, just
Good.
about, and it fucking shows because that is some of the best CG I
I
have
was gonna say,
ever seen in anime.
my friend meant that
Yes.
CG was good. Sorry, not for Nier,
Yeah.
but this
So
was some of the best CG.
I'm gonna
so
say
that's
something
my
that's gonna
bad.
upset a lot of like anime fans and most fans in general. Like you can revere something as a classic and still also like hold like a remake or reimagining to its own critique. And you gotta stop. You gotta be able to distinguish that opinion because most people will like not give let's say anything a chance if it's like based off a classic. They'll just like review it and say, no, fuck that, I'm not gonna watch that. Right? It's happened multiple times over the years with like movies, TV shows, video games, anything that gets a reimagining, like people will just immediately ignore it. Don't do that, right? Because Trigun Stampede, I know that they did make some changes. They took out Millie Thompson, she's in the original, and they replaced him with a dude like Roberto De Niro, which I don't know how they're not getting sued for that. But I will say, like, I fucking loved Trigun Stampede. Like that is a straight up 10 for me, and I watched both episodes. I've like I got into a beef with a guy on TikTok because
did you?
because all I said was like, this is clean fucking CG, like the cleanest I've ever seen. Because a lot of people saw what they did with Berserk, which was a reimagining, right? And they did it in CG, and it was terrible, like the worst you'd ever seen. It was very not I would say like almost rebootish in terms of like the way the faces looked. There was like it looked lifeless, and so he had said that. And I was like, "Are you looking at the same shit as me? Like, are you not seeing Vash's face? Like the way his eyes move, the way his mouth is moving, all the other characters." I was like, "Dude, it even got better in the second episode." I was like, "That right there, that is something I have never seen before in television CG. I've never seen something that clean before." And Trigun Stampede was that. And they actually kept to the characters well because that's who Vash is. He's this really goofy,
I liked his character a lot.
Oh, that's who he is. He's goofy.
Yeah.
He's very hesitant. What's interesting, and this is kind of a spoiler. Well, I mean, shit. The anime came out like '96, I think. They did not introduce his brother or even talk about his brother for like almost 12 episodes, millions of times.
wow.
Absolutely not. They did not talk about him at all.
Yeah.
Basically, what it was trying to the first like 12 episodes of Trigun were essentially you trying to get to know who Vash was. Like how honorable he was is like, did he really deserve, that bounty on his head? And the reality of it is no, he's just incredibly unlucky, but he is insanely talented. And they made a couple changes, like he used to have a 45, it's now like a 22, I think, which
makes more sense.
Which does make more sense because he doesn't like to kill, right?
Right.
But yeah, I was like, blew me away. And I just kept going through like the Crunchyroll reviews and stuff like that. And people, were like, the CG. And then people would immediately counter like, shut the fuck up and just watch the goddamn thing again. So yeah, that's a huge 10 for me. I'm going to go to Cup Dog because Brad will also watch the original Trigun. Like,
yeah.
Which
so after watching Vash Stampede, I've watched about 11 episodes of the original in like the last 4 or 5 days. Yeah, there's really not a lot in comparison of the shows. Like there's like the way they introduce the characters, they obviously left out Millie,
which upset the fan base a little bit. They're like,
Yeah.
justice for Billy.
Yeah, well, and like they're not part of the insurance company, which I thought that was a weird thing in the beginning to begin with. She's now a reporter, which I guess makes more sense.
Makes more sense for why they're actually chasing Bash.
Yeah. Like I guess that does make sense. I know they started with a backstory instead of waiting, almost like half a season to explain anything. And I really like that about the original one. It was literally it just throws you into the shenanigans that Vash is getting into. Like they don't even really confirm that Vash is Vash until like episode 5.
Mhm.
That's when
Mm.
it's really
when
like
she
it's a case of the week, right? Type deal. You know, it's
yeah
like this is a new case every week, so that's
yeah
pretty much what it was.
yeah like she doesn't even realize it's him until I think episode 5 or 6. Like she's in denial that it's actually that he is the human
Mhm.
typhoon.
Human
But
typhoon.
I do think the CGI was top notch. It reminded me of Arcane almost. Like it was
I thought the
Yes.
a
same
very
thing. I thought the
yeah.
same thing.
It looked don't really like the Vash redesign.
A lot of
I
people
didn't
don't.
really
A
I
lot of
don't
people
I thought he
don't.
looked cool.
I think
I do like the arm. The arm was kind of cool.
really that's the only thing I really don't like about the design. Even
Yeah,
though it's very distinguishable, right?
right.
But I was like the only thing I was like, God damn, that looks so
I don't
weird.
I don't like his hair.
You
It's
don't like
just
his
I love
hair? I
his
think his hair is
hair.
pretty
nah. Well,
Cup Dog has spoken, Chibi.
I guess
To
it's
be
just
fair, I don't know the
yeah.
original, so
Right.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I guess it's because it's so like Vash's haircut is so distinct from the original. It's just straight up. And my only thing with the new CGI is I don't know. They do kind of like the One Punch Man facial expression. You know, they have like the real serious detailed faces, and then they have like the very nondescript like goofy faces.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can do that with the CGI.
Oh, bro. I'm telling you right now, if you watch the second episode, you'll see some of the, like when the jaws drop and stuff like that, it really like, deforms and animates like that, like Goofy and shit like that. They do it perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah, they
So,
nailed it. I was stunned.
Yeah, that might be. I was gonna say that might be a concern that might not be an actual concern, but I do like the goofiness of the original one, and I almost feel like they're trying to appeal to the masses a little too much. With
It's more a little bit more serious.
well, yeah. So I mean, the whole feel of it, I do feel like the original was a space western.
Yeah, at first.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was like it's how it really that's how it kind of started out. Like it tried to reintroduce Vash as like this really goofy character, but he's very heroic in his own way. And then when you start to get to like later in the last 12 episodes, you realize how fucking traumatized he is as a character.
Right.
And
I mean, I can kind of see it.
Yeah, right out from the jump in Trigun Stampede. I'm assuming it's just going to be 12 episodes too. This is my assumption. They're really diving into like who are you running from? It's like his fucking brother, dude, who is a straight monster in comparison. So
like that is a real monster.
Yeah, no, he's like the fucking boogeyman pretty much in that world.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's fucking terrifying.
Oh god.
So Brad, what are you giving it for a score?
Are negatives allowed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Okay, well I'm gonna go with like a 9. I'm gonna go with 9.
I was like, damn, what the
All right. Let's jump to Josh. Josh, is your first time watching anything with Trigun in it, right?
Correct.
Okay. What'd you think, bud?
Yeah, I got initially with the poster, I kind of got had a little bit of Destiny and Western gun feels to it. But as I watched it, I did appreciate the storyline. So I'm gonna backtrack on something I said earlier. I confused the twins thing
with this
because I watched it all in one night.
He wanted to finish the assignment. Kudos to this man right here.
So the whole twin thing, and now I understand. And as you watch the episode, you get to the end, you see who his brother is and all that. I enjoyed the art in it. I enjoyed the storyline. I don't think I had anything that I disliked. I can't think of anything that I did not like about it.
Nice.
It is interesting. It's a lot different than the other ones that we have on our list. But I think I can grow into liking it.
Where are the waifus?
Where the fuck are the waifus? That should be the title. Where the fuck are the waifus?
My real question is he going to continue to be the perv that he was in the original?
I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. No, in the original he was huge.
Well,
I'm just
I wouldn't say he was like a womanizer, but like he flirted fucking hardcore.
Was he Jiraiya?
Man had, as the kids say today, zero riz.
The riz.
Zero.
Oh, God,
so why didn't he do that with Meryl?
You mean Millie?
Millie.
Oh no,
Why they
you mean
call her
okay,
Meryl?
my bad.
No, it is Meryl.
There's Meryl. Yeah.
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 It is. So it's crazy because in the manga, there's like no romantic implications between the two, but in the anime, there's like something there ish. It's very
Tension. There's some tension there.
there's some tension there. I don't know if they're going to do that with this one, but it is I would say like a pretty big deviation from the source material. So I would say for Chibi, if you like Vash, you're gonna really like when they introduce Wolfwood. Which
Giggity.
Okay.
yeah, you can Google that too.
Giggity.
You can Google Wolfwood.
Am I
Trigun.
okay? Am I gonna get
You're
scarred
not gonna
again?
get.
Just don't put Rule 34.
Yeah, don't put Rule
Oh
34.
God, what do you call him again?
Wolfwood. Wolfwood. That's his whole name.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I
he's eventually gonna make his appearance in a Trigun Stampede. And
excited.
he's a badass bounty hunter. So, Josh, what score did you give it?
I'll give it a 9. I liked it.
Alrighty. Chibi, what did you think?
So I thought, like, starting at the beginning, I thought the beginning was cool. The animation threw me off for a second, but I like agree with you guys. I thought it was like really, really good. And that was the one where my friend was saying like the CG was like he was blown away by it.
Yeah.
And he was just like he was like, yo, this shit's better than Avatar. Like it was so good.
What?
I don't know, man. He's in game development. I just go with what Chris says. But
our
I
Chris, though.
really enjoyed the story. I loved his character, kind of like you guys were saying. I always appreciate a goofy character, but I can definitely see, like, obviously his tragic backstory with what we saw in the beginning of the episode.
Right.
The whole time I was like, damn, like, where's his brother? Did his brother die? And then the end where
wish.
it's like, like, where are you what are you running from? And then that scene came and I was like, dude, wasn't his twin brother like they were kids? How the fuck was he
Yeah.
evil like that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm very curious to see like the
Nice to see that
backstory.
Yeah.
And like again, they were kids. Like, what the fuck? Unless like
Brad is
they age differently. Like
Cup Dog is upset at the fact that you had to even ask that question. So I don't want to spoil it because there actually is something. Yeah,
a little angry thing.
there actually is
Cup
something
Dog.
that like legitimately in the show they don't bring it up to like episode I think 13 or 14. Brad, you'll get there eventually, where they discuss like what Vash and Knives are as characters.
Okay. So that'll make more sense for me. But yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? How can you be this evil when you're like 7? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's. Is that the cue for Chiba to keep it moving? Cup Dog demands a score.
I give it a 9.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, to recap really quickly, so we watched 4 anime of winter 2023. All 4 were new, completely new. High Card, we all gave it like a 10. Seriously, so I think it's gonna be a sleeper hit. I think it's gonna be massive. Trigun Stampede, we gave 9. Near Automata, we gave around a 7, right? 7.5 ish. And then Buddy Daddies was, it was there. Not kidding. I like Buddy Daddies. at least me, Chibi, and Josh did. Cup Dog ain't playing that shit. Cup Dog disagrees. Now, so with that out of the way, Chibi's community once again has given us a list of questions, some that Brad will not address because there's a lot. We've been talking for about 50 minutes. So I think we can do 5 or 6, maybe, depending on rapid fire.
God.
Rapid fire. Shut up, Brad.
Okay.
So, because Chibi's voice is, not good. I was being nice. Brad is going to read the question. So, Cup Dog, what is the first question, my guy?
First question. This one's a short one. Mob Psycho.
God damn it, that's not a question. If you have not watched Mob Psycho, right?
That was Ethan.
It finally got to its third and final season. I recommend if you liked. I don't know if there's many anime that actually compare to it. Brilliant anime, some of the best animation I've ever seen.
It's definitely on my list.
A lot of hand-drawn stuff.
I don't have that on my list yet.
Yeah, Mob Psycho.
The same creators of One Punch Man, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Same creator of One Punch Man. Brilliant brilliant anime. And I think for a lot of people, when they got to the end of the final season or the final episode, a lot of people teared up because they thought it
Damn,
was
really?
really emotional, really cool send off.
Oh,
Have to
So
add that.
I would
yeah.
recommend Mob Psycho, right? If you want to see something, it comes off very goofy, right? It's very like if you ever watch One
I
Punch
mean,
Man,
it's One Punch Man, yeah.
essentially like that, right? Except a kid with like incredible telekinetic powers.
And he's not bald.
He's not bald. He has a bowl cut though.
Oh,
Nice.
even better.
Yeah, Cup Dog approves.
Instant 100.
Instant 100. Next question, Cup Dog.
Oh shit, that's 23 seasons.
You say-
226 episodes.
Would you ever live in the
hold on. I
What-
think.
oh,
would you
sorry.
look at that on, Josh? Was that
Crunchyroll.
No, don't worry about that. It's actually 3 seasons, bro. Like when it says 226 episodes, they
Is that
include
with all the different dubs?
all the different dubs.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Do
Sorry.
not be alarmed.
Yeah, so
Josh
there's
has
actually
hard time
400.
reading.
There's actually
It
400
doesn't, no,
episodes.
it just says 23 seasons, 226 episodes. It doesn't say how many dubbed.
Why can he not read? Cup Dog. What was the question?
You have no room to talk. You couldn't read earlier.
He's on to thought. Okay.
You. Yo, all right. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna head out now. Jesus Christ.
Cup Dog. Question.
Has watching anime helped or hindered your preferences in a partner?
All right. First off,
think
Chibi,
that's
you're going to
for
answer
real.
this question right now. Which one of
Okay,
your
the
down
facts.
bad homies wrote that? Which one was it?
There's so many of them.
No,
I
which
couldn't
one
even
was it?
tell
You know
you.
the name. You know the
I
name.
couldn't even tell you. There's so many of them.
First off,
I'm pretty sure that was like the first question somebody
It-
submitted to.
it was.
That's the sad part.
First off, listen, your preference in a partner should not come from anime. I just want to make sure that's very.
I like to disagree strongly with that, but continue anyway.
I'm just saying.
Jojo
Like,
has taught me a lot of good lessons.
I'm just saying, like with your anime preferences and stuff like that. I mean, like if you struggle finding a partner today, with people who don't watch anime, I don't know what to tell you, right? I guess I mean everyone. It's widely accepted now, right? Everyone talks about it, so I mean, I doubt you'll.
I wouldn't
find
say widely accepted. It's
An-
more accepted.
Anime's widely accepted now, bro.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope.
Cup
What
Dog.
Cup Dog says goes, bro.
It's true. My apologies, Cup Dog.
So Chibi, this is actually a good segue into the next question. Chibi, why you down bad?
Next
That's
question.
that's
Thank
the whole
you.
question.
No,
That's the whole-
Yeah.
That's
That was
not.
a great answer.
Whoa, pause. Down the rabbit hole is to get to know you. So I mean,
I am not down bad though. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I am up good, as the kids say.
You act like we came up with these questions. We did
Exactly.
not come up with these questions.
I'm just saying, there's a strong misconception here. I just have a community that's down bad. I'm not personally down bad.
how did they find you as like their leader?
I don't know. I am literally one of the most wholesome people you will ever meet, except when I make D's nuts
I
jokes.
don't know about that.
That's it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
It's the only thing I have to say, okay?
Cup
And then
Dog.
sometimes I say something that are questionable, but that's beyond the point.
Cup Dog, zoom in. Next question.
Good. That's a good question.
I like how the
Um,
eye keeps like going up and down.
The cup is slowly raising.
There we go. There we go.
Jesus Christ. Oh God, Cup Dog's naked.
I mean, we all knew that. Cup Dog goes commando. That's how it is.
What is an anime or manga series that you think people don't expect you to be into?
Food Wars.
Hentai. Is that what that is? You in that Food Wars?
No!
You're in that ecchi? Is that what that is? You like that?
No, it's so
You a
good
perv.
though. The story
You a
is so
perv.
good. That's like the initial one I thought of because a lot of people are like, they're like, oh, like I don't know how I feel about like Food Wars. I'm like, I fucking love Food Wars. And they're like, what?
You
I'm like, dude, it's so good. Have you watched
You
it?
would.
Like, yeah, it's freaking weird, but like it's such a good story. And
Josh,
I love how
Google
like in the
Food
manga,
Wars.
espérate, listen. I like
Food
how in the
Wars?
manga
Google it.
they actually have recipes that you can
Oh,
follow.
no, 100%. Food Wars
I
has
thought
like
it was
some
so cool.
brilliant animation. But Google Food Wars
Yeah.
for me and look at a couple of the covers.
I'm good. I know what I'm
I'm
getting
not
into.
you, Chibi. I'm talking to Josh, so he knows like your preference in
Josh,
anime.
listen. Don't
Wait,
let
is this the one where there's a I think I seen a video of this where the girl's like telling the guy how to like cut something, and he's like fucking up or something, and was he? And she's like reading it. You need to put it deeper or something. Some shit like the
Yeah.
fucking shit they're saying.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Listen, just watch a couple episodes. Don't watch it with anybody else because then you'll get judged. But it's really good. Okay? You like cooking, I think you would appreciate it. Okay.
100%, absolutely. What about you, Brad? Like,
Yeah,
what about,
I want to hear you guys so I can roast you.
about manga or anime that you wouldn't think you'd be into? Besides Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. Digimon. Digital
Monsters. Good question. I've never really been big into anime, so I think I've been very careful in my selection.
Nah, Bo Fury.
But
That's
what? So that is true, but
that is a wholesome anime. By the
but
way.
it's a pure comedy. It's pure comedy though. Like it is a non-serious.
It's a feel good. It really is.
Yeah.
Who
That
would have
one
known you
was
would like? Who known you would like cute isekais?
That is true. That would probably be the one that I was going to say, but it's a comedy, so it would probably be like the first one.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly, like, I know what I'm about, and
That was gangster as shit.
I know what I'm about.
Know what I am. What about Josh? Josh, what anime or manga would like you would be surprisingly into? Like something that because I think like I look at you and I'm like suspense, thriller, psychological stuff. Like,
Yeah,
what-
I mean, I don't know. I like so many different things that it's hard to really pinpoint
K-dramas. I feel you.
what I would like. I haven't watched enough anime to know if there was one that people would have found surprising.
Okay.
Like I've watched Death Note. I really enjoyed that. So that's a nice
But
like
based
psychological.
off like the games you play, I'm like Brett. I'm like Josh would love fucking Death Note. This man's playing Heavy Rain right now. This man would
Yeah.
love Death Note.
Yeah, Heavy Rain's good. I don't know. It's
Oh,
I'll take a look at this Food Wars and I might be surprised.
Hey,
You
listen.
might like it.
Just watch a couple episodes. It
I
sucks
added
you
it to
in.
my list.
I'll
I added
give
it to my
you
list.
an anime I want you to watch, check because it's right in your wheelhouse. It's Akudama Drive. That is
Akudama Drive.
Akudama, Akudama Drive. Came out I think 2 years ago, but it was widely considered like one of the best that year. Very dark, very violent, excellent, up and down.
another one you should try is C Lab 2020.
Ooh, dude, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Let's get meanwhile, baby.
Too good.
All right, I guess I'll answer the damn question. Love is War. I fucking love that anime. That shit was dope. I love the
Everybody
dialogue.
has to
in it.
love that anime. It's so good, bro. Chica for president.
I don't watch like rom-coms at all, and when I first watched that at Origaru, I was like,
oh, I can't
writing
wait
in
for
it
a
is
Valentine's episode.
phenomenal. There's a Valentine's episode?
Not on Valentine's Day, but that week.
Oh,
Already
okay.
have plans.
Yeah, Love is War. I was like, sure, and then I watched like the first season. I was like, holy shit, this is really well done. Like the writing's like top notch.
It's so
The
good.
narrator is perfect. The way
Yeah, I think the narrator's voice is so good.
the way he just bodies everyone for no fucking reason. I'm like, dude, chill. Like these are kids. They're
respect it.
just getting killed.
I respect
out there.
it.
It's fucking fantastic. Cup Dog. Next question, sir.
Which video game needs a anime adaptation?
Metal Gear Solid. It's anime-esque right now. So listen, in Metal Gear Solid 3, you literally fought like 6 enemies, right? And they all had like those random names like the Pain, the End, that type of
Nice.
stuff. You climbed a fucking ladder for 45 seconds while the Snake Eater theme song played in the background. And it was fucking amazing. It's every time you get into like an animated cutscene or whatever, it's very anime. So Metal Gear Solid's getting an anime series out of it. Jack, what about you, bud?
I can agree with that. Maybe for the mech people, maybe like a Titanfall-ish.
How dare you?
Ooh, I'd like that.
Yeah.
Little just call it Gundam Titanfall.
You know what? That actually would work.
That would work. Yeah. Always has like a dark opening and then gets lighthearted a little bit, and then people just start betraying each other.
And at the end, just turn it
That's
into
how
an
all
Apex.
Gundam is. Which, by the fucking way, thank you for the Gundam. Chibi, I gave you a task. What task did I give you?
Oh, sorry, I suddenly can't hear.
What Gundam did I ask you to watch?
Oh I suddenly am
The
deaf.
Witch from Mercury. You.
I'm so Pochita. Can you hear him? I can't.
She doesn't do the intro. She decides to have a small stream so she could further strain her voice before the intro.
Nice.
She played us. She played Cup Dog. You didn't upset me. You upset Cup Dog. Look at him. Pull up the what's that little thingy? There it is. Yeah. Cup Dog angry. Anyway, you got to watch it next time. Cup Dog, next question.
Next question. Well, wait. I want to give
I'm
my
sorry.
answer.
I'm sorry.
Sheesh.
Same Cup Dog. Same.
Exit stage left.
Well, the obvious answer would be
Which Final Fantasy?
No, they
Oh,
already.
I didn't-
No,
I-
you
I
can't. They
didn't-
already done one. They did. Was it Kingsglaive?
wait. Yeah. Well, I mean, that really. I mean, that,
Yes, it was. Right? They had like an animated version of it.
well, I mean, that was a movie. They did have a 5-part series on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was an animated series.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to be Final Fantasy, actually.
You fucking liar.
Ni no Kuni, because
Ooh,
I want to say they did make a movie.
they did. It wasn't good.
Yeah. I didn't watch it.
It was not good. Did anyone here know what Ni no Kuni is besides me and Brad?
Nope.
So
I mean, it's Studio Ghibli.
Studio
so.
Ghibli, right? Made a they participated in making like probably one of the most, I would say, like it was hardcore, like a hardcore JRPG. The first one was very difficult, fantastic, very like whimsical, right? And then they made the second one, which was a lot easier. Really good though. You want a Ni no Kuni? You want like you want it based on the first game?
I guess so. Yeah, I've played very little of the second one, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. So yeah, the first one, I love Level 5 as a game developer.
That's right.
And
They're like
Studio Ghibli
They're
as
like your second favorite.
yeah, it's pretty close. Pretty close there.
Okay.
And then Final Fantasy. But yeah, we can continue now.
Okay. Hold on. Chibi, what
Yes.
game do you want to be an anime?
Oh, I'm glad you remembered me.
I
Well,
almost
if you
forgot
really need
because
to
you
know,
literally didn't do what I asked. Don't worry, just pull up Bean.
well,
Bean.
my depression is setting in.
Bean would never betray me.
Great. I would say Hatoful Boyfriend.
The pigeon game? The pigeon game. The pigeon dating game.
I stand by my answer.
Ask Josh. Josh, can you Google that too? How do you spell it again?
Called?
Hatoful Boyfriend.
How do you spell it? Is it HATOFUL?
HAO.
Oh, I got you. Hatoful.
Yeah.
HATO, yeah. Hato.
Now don't avert your eyes, Josh.
I do.
That is greatness.
It is such a great game.
I do think there is another obvious anime one. Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say Genshin originally, but I stand by Hatoful Boyfriend.
No.
I thought
Genshin
listen, Cup Dog, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I have a little angry sign right here.
You don't get to choose who to talk to. Cup Dog does what he wants.
What
the?
Like, I couldn't see it. I thought I don't even know what it was.
Mad.
Cup.
I thought a meteor was coming to strike you down.
Hate this dude. Okay. Cup Dog, next question.
Oh, next question.
Make it rain. I feel it.
Is Sasuke overrated or underappreciated? And let's be for reals. He should
No.
have won.
Sasuke, you mean from Naruto? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. Or sorry, Suzuki. Is that how you say his
Suzuki.
name?
There you go. Yeah, Suzuki.
What?
Suzuki, bro. Sasuke.
But there's a second part to this question that's not a question.
No.
Oh.
No.
That's why I said no.
No, you said you weren't going to bring that up. No, we're not.
I know. What? There's. Let me finish it.
No, you could.
wow.
No. We'll just have him censor it. We'll just have him censor it. Jeez.
I never got into Naruto, so I really can't There's several Naruto questions on here, and I was going to avoid them, but that one was obvious.
We can just we can have Chibi answer one of them. You know.
Oh yeah, you do that. Why is Sasuke the worst character in Naruto?
He is. I hate Sasuke with all my heart.
Why?
What I
Is
do?
it 'cause he's
I
emo?
don't. No, because he literally abandoned his friends.
Right.
Okay? He did his whole fucking adventure. His besties were like, bro, come back. And he wanted to be fucking angsty for no reason. And literally had such a big misconception about what happened back at his village. And like, if he just would have been rational and like not stormed off and like decided to make an enemy out of the Leaf Village, like, we could have had one season. I don't know, man. Like,
are we talking about like what misconception? Like when he saw his brother kill his entire fucking family?
yeah, but it could have went so differently.
I mean, I guess, but that was what he was meant to do. That was what he was ordered to do, and even he knew his family was a threat.
No, but that's the thing. Like Sasuke never realized like the reason behind it. He thought his brother just fucking
You're not
did
gonna
it.
you're not gonna recognize that when you're a kid. I mean, I can forgive that.
You're giving him way too much credit. He was able to literally like abandon his village, become like enemy number one, and do all this bad shit. And he was still a kid. Like
but like I mean, you know, you like what would you do if your brother was the one that killed your mom and dad?
There's definitely a lot of different things that you could
have
done.
First thought.
I would not invite him to the family gathering.
Exactly. You're not coming to barbecues, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I didn't say you need to befriend him, but I'm saying like you had people there who cared about you, and it was just like it just wasn't it.
I think
I'm just saying, and he just irritated me. I mean, obviously Sakura is the worst character, but like no doubt, but exactly, like we can all agree on that one.
Okay. Brad, Cup Dog, next question.
Cup Dog. Cup Dog. If there's one anime world you would like to be dropped into, which one would it be? You get access to any magic, neon, quirks, etc. that may exist in said world.
Wait, what did you say? What was it? Say that again.
Nen. Nen. You get access to any magic, nin, quirks, etc. that may exist in the world.
That sounds
From
like
Hunter.
What'd you say?
Nen, right?
You said Hunter.
What is it called in Hunter?
I don't remember.
It is Nen.
It's Nen. Yeah,
it's Nen. Actually, that's probably one that I didn't expect to get into. Hunter x Hunter was.
Yeah, Hunter was really good.
But I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Go ahead.
And obviously, I'm not sure actually.
It's all fancy. Why did you even answer the fucking question? I will go first. I don't know. I want to ask let's ask Josh that question. Josh, the anime you've watched so far, right? Like which one? And don't say Death Note because that scares me.
Fucking Death Note.
This man has access to the notebook. He's like, I'm fucking
I'm L. I'm sitting in the chair like this the whole time.
Eating your cake.
Fuck. I don't know. Either Gundam or High Card. Now that I've seen High Card,
get some badass.
I'm surprised you didn't say High School DxD, but you know, it's just...
I've never seen that. Don't know what the fuck that is.
Don't do it.
Google it.
Sounds like something that Brad would watch then, huh?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna watch Food Wars, like you know,
there's nothing wrong with Food Wars.
Little high school.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Little high school DxD in your life. You know what I'm saying?
With a name like High School DxD, I'm not sure I want to watch it.
I think
they're just really they're in to BMX a lot.
I know, yeah, they like biking, bro. What the fuck? Stupid. I think I'd be like Full Metal Alchemist. I think I'd love that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
World. That was gonna be mine.
Forgot about that one.
Be like a Roy Mustang type character, the Flame Alchemist. Yeah, snap my finger, light.
I was pretty obsessed with his gloves.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
Younger.
He was the fucking sickest character in the entire thing. You get impaled, right, and then he's straight up bodies fucking like a homunculi. I was like, yes, let's fucking get it, dude. Love that shit. So Chibi, you'd say the same? Full Metal Alchemist?
I was gonna say the same, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like I like the whole concept of it, like the different powers and just
I mean it's brutal, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the world's kind of fucked, but like
I mean almost every Unless it's like a
Yeah.
rom-com or something, like almost
Yeah, and
every
I was like,
anime world.
that was gonna be honestly my first choice was like a rom-com, but then I was like, superpowers though.
Yeah, I want the person to say, "I'd like to be in Berserk." I want to be like Guts. It's like,
Oh
dude, you want to be
God.
chased your entire life by fucking demons and ghosts? Absolutely, dude. Go do your thing.
Go for it.
Christ, man. Want to get your fucking eye gouged out and, your arm ripped off and stuff like that? Fucking go
Yeah.
right ahead, brother. That's probably the one world if you got isekai and it's like, hey, where am I? Oh, it's Berserk. Oh, I'm an NPC. If I see Guts walking by the Black Swords, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking dead, bro.
Boop.
I'm not even. I'm like walking next to him.
I'm not in here.
Yeah, I'm not
So
here, bro.
So that would actually be my rebuttal to this question is, if I'm in that world, am I the main character or am I a person in that world?
I'd assume you're the main character. I think if we're the NPC in a lot of worlds, we're probably. I think, well, except for Death Note, right? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just watching some people have heart attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're not watching
I'll
what they're
piss
eating.
those two
Yeah,
off.
I'm just super naive. Like, why is he dying?
Why are you dead?
Was he tired? Hell, I wouldn't want to be in Gundam either, Jack. I'm just saying. Like, absolutely not. It's
Zoids.
Zoids.
Gundam is like perpetual war. That's all it is, and suffering.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's very political.
What if
Like-
he likes that?
Which
Well, no, I mean, I don't like the suffering.
which Gundam would you be in? Iron Blood Orphans?
See, I haven't seen. I've seen a couple episodes of one.
Like the Witch from Mercury.
I
is
just want to
probably
fly the fucking robots.
the most wholesome.
Which one?
But the Witch from Mercury,
Which
the most
I
recent one,
added it.
It's
added
the
that.
most wholesome, quote unquote. And I'm telling you, when you watch it, we'll talk about it because that is.
Okay.
Okay.
I
I promise I will watch it.
I love that shit. I was so shocked. It comes off as such a cute little anime, and I'm like, oh no.
Then everyone dies.
Essentially.
I mean,
Spoiler alert.
Look at that one.
I mean, that's pretty much all Gundams. Just
Exactly.
people die.
Everyone has like a
Right.
tragic death.
look at Invincible. How the first episode of Invincible
dude.
was. I thought, man, this is
nobody
another
who read
animated,
the nobody
boring
who read the
superhero.
comic. Nobody who read the comic for Invincible. I remember that first. That was Robert Kirkman's. I think it's one of his first works.
Mhm.
I remember reading the comic and going, "What the fuck, dude? Like this is."
Yeah, that first episode threw me in a loop.
Oh, they don't play, dude. They don't play games. Like the entire any arc is just incredibly violent. It's crazy. Cup Dog, I'm sorry.
I will change my answer.
God damn it.
I was because I didn't really give one, or I didn't give one.
Oh god, here we go.
I think Black Clover would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you the main character?
Are you in the Black Bulls?
I mean, I would at least want
Are you
to
the
be
nun?
like. Absolutely not.
Use the mime.
Are you
I wouldn't necessarily would like to have magic, right? I would not like to be the anti-magic kid.
Did you just?
But,
Oh,
you know.
okay. I was gonna say you just want to be in
Yeah.
the world. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I could just be like a no
be a
name
fucking
magic
bystander?
knight. Just be like a
peddler.
Brad straight up is like, I'm a merchant. Fuck that. Y'all can have it.
I would like to have my my grimoire and be able to use my magic. I wouldn't
Imagine
have to necessarily
Every time
be
they
like the
destroy your
strong.
shop, he's like, my cabbages. What the fuck?
So, Cup Dog's like, my cabbage.
My cabbages, why? Would you? So if you get transported to an anime, right, or anime world,
Would you be Cup Dog?
Yeah, would you be Cup Dog? That's a good question. I was going to ask. Would you be Cup Dog?
Seems like it would be very.
You would be that
against
sentient
health
Cup Dog,
code,
bro. That'd be amazing. They would revere you as a god. They'd have like statues of you and celebrations in the
Of Cup
street.
Dog. You'd have your own city, bro.
Cup. It's like, what is this? This is
Cup
Cup
Dog
Doglandia.
Cup Dog. Yeah, Cup Dog capital.
What do they have it in the high card? It was like for Landia or some shit. I was like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
God.
What is every fucking named? It's like we're running out of stuff to say. Just call it Forlandia and roll with it.
We'll roll
Keep it
with
going.
it.
Keep it going. All right, we can do 2 more questions.
Oh
I
my
think.
god, 2 more.
Don't be too excited, Cup Dog.
Tick, tock, tick.
I'm gonna hit the Z's.
Odd Taxi, a must watch, short and sweet. Maybe do a review on it after watching.
We can
I
do
know
that.
that
Oh, for sure. We
yeah.
definitely could.
I
I
know.
really thought that was you, Ken. I really did.
No, I didn't write anything.
No, I know, but like
I'm
for some
already
reason I was
disappointed
like,
in you. I didn't have to write anything.
Oof.
You didn't watch
yeah,
Hot
so
Taxi?
it was noobs. Noobs,
Like,
thank you for the question.
I-
It wasn't a bad thing, I promise.
I'm telling you, Josh would probably watch Gundam Witches of Mercury before he will. And Hot Taxi, I don't know.
Is it sad if I disconnect the call?
To help you out, I'm not watching it till you watch it.
Thanks,
Look
Jack.
how
Yeah, fuck him.
sweet. Look how
I
sweet
appreciate
you
it.
two are. It's so cute.
Yeah,
This
okay.
guy.
We've been homies for 3
Yeah.
years.
Aw. Hot Taxi, though, I would say
Yeah, I
watch the
definitely
first
want to watch it
episode
though.
and then tell me what you think.
10-4.
Yeah.
Odd Taxi.
Hot Taxi.
I
Crunchy.
will.
God, my list has grown.
The mystery of Hot Taxi is
I did
Done.
watch the first episode.
Yeah.
I was confused
you're gonna
a
be
lot.
a little bit, yeah. And then it just starts.
He said a lot.
But the dialogue is good. I love it. Other
And
question.
did you say the music was really good too?
Music's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very jazz heavy and stuff like that.
Oh,
cover is
that's my
interesting.
favorite.
Yeah. Very, very good.
Ken is a furry confirmed.
No.
No, we talking about confirmed. We knew this for a long
Knew a
time.
long time ago.
Saying confirmed.
I mean, just look at that mustache.
Hey, yo.
You're just jealous.
He said, what about it?
If you could see what Brad looks like, you know, you just
Yeah, he
jealous
looks like
'cause-
Cup
he's just-
Dog.
He's just jealous because his fucking his facial hair ain't as good as mine. You know what I'm saying? Just what it is.
It is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Cup Dog. Last question.
All right, I'm going to modify this one just a little bit. If you were to live in the world of Full Metal Alchemist, what alchemy would you use?
Flame.
Also basic.
I feel like mine would be. I feel kind of like Edward's, like the main characters. Like I don't know. I feel like his default is like
The
pretty
metal?
cool.
Like
Yeah.
deconstruction.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it's
I
all-
think
yeah.
that was pretty sick.
He's obviously like the most OP, right? Deconstruction.
I don't know. I
reconstruction.
really like his cybernetics too. I think it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks that he lost it, but
You got a cool fucking arm and
yeah.
leg.
And a leg, yeah.
I would say like, what homunculus would you want to be? I want to be Pride.
Ooh.
I want to have the fucking eye.
I was gonna
Eye
say
is sick.
Obviously, gluttony.
You like food?
I was going to say
I'm a dog in a cup. Obviously, I love food.
I would probably be
You want some
Pride.
num nums?
Num nums. Probably be Pride.
Pride. Okay.
Mhm.
It's really funny how like it's. I still think it's so weird how
Yeah.
they went from like the original Full Metal Alchemist and Pride was essentially the Fuhrer. So he had like his eye and stuff like that, his all-seeing
Mhm.
eye, and then they made him what was it?
Wrath.
Yeah, Wrath. And I was like,
Mhm.
that was a weird. I was okay. I don't understand why we went so far out of that.
Well, wasn't Brotherhood closer to the manga anyway?
It's exactly like shop for shop.
Yeah, so
Yeah, which I thought was great. But I'm like,
yeah.
they couldn't talk to the creator and be like, hey, so what should Pride look like? Should it be that
Yeah.
little boy
Mhm.
who scares the absolute shit out of everyone?
I loved it though. I loved
Salem
it.
Bradley. Oh man, that kid, fucking
Yeah,
terrifying.
fucking terrifying. But
At
it
least
was
they
so
showed
good.
Sloth too. I was kind of sad about that. They didn't do that
Yeah.
in the original Full Metal. I was like, oh. And then they see him as like this big dumbass who's intensely powerful. Jack, who would you? Well, Jack, you watched a couple of. So who would you be in Full Metal Alchemist of the characters you saw so far? Like, what ability would you want?
I'd probably want metal or whatever that's called.
Oh, like the deconstruction, reconstruction thing.
Mhm. Yeah, same with mine. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's.
pretty
I
cool.
think
'Cause
it's,
you can kind of create whatever you want,
oh,
right?
it's super fucking OP.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially at
I'd
the
love that for when I'm driving on the highway and want to get the fuck away from
Wow,
shitty ass
Yeah,
drivers.
I mean, you have like an affinity to a particular element, but
Right.
Freaking Edward's just the anomaly. He
It's
can
just
do
the,
whatever
it's
he
just
wants
the
to do.
speed at which he does it. Just
Yeah.
feels so fucking broken as a power, right? And he does it without a transmutation circle. I'm like, god damn, dude.
Mhm.
Nobody can beat you except for someone who's like completely honed in on their power. So like
Yeah.
Roy Mustang, but everyone else just does not stand a chance. Is that yours too, Brad? You want to be like Edward?
I don't know. I really liked Mustang.
Yeah.
I do feel like fire alchemy has such a weakness. If it's
Yeah.
a little drizzly
Raining.
outside,
Yeah.
you're just
raining.
done
Kinda
for.
fucked.
I mean, yeah, that one thing was it where
Fucked.
his gloves got cut off, or it was like
Yeah.
raining, so he cut his fucking
Mhm.
hand and then used the blood to transmute a circle.
Yeah.
I thought that was
That was
cool.
pretty fire.
Yeah. I mean,
My favorite scene is where he continually burns. Who is it? Lust?
Yeah, Lust.
So Lust? That was such
Yeah,
a
that's
good
that's
fucking
after he got
scene.
impaled. Like
Yeah.
it looked like it killed him, and he's like, I fucking seared the wound shut. And he was like, I almost passed out, and he just kept burning. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Jack, I really recommend you one day to keep with that. Like, I know it's really long, but it's so good, dude. It's so good.
Finish it. Yeah, I'll finish it.
But
No,
what's
I know, and it's
definitely on my
long,
list.
so
what's
yeah.
interesting is that they also introduced so many characters, like in terms of like abilities and stuff like that, that are just fucking awesome. Like all of them. I mean, Scar's ability is pretty cool too, where you can just kind of deconstruct things with his bare hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that shit.
Yeah.
And he does it like in the most brutal ways. Like, let me just grab your
Yeah.
arms and just rip off your arms. Or the Crimson Alchemist thing. I think what does he do? He's like bombs in his hands, right? Everything
Yeah.
he touches like can explode. That's a dope.
Oh my god,
ability.
What was the
who's
name of
one?
the alchemist that like he had his body, his skin or something like that was like armor?
Oh, fuck, what was his name?
I know you're
He
talking
was
about.
he
I
was
don't
a
know the name.
general, and he like
It's been
died.
such a long time since I've
Yeah, he
watched
was a
it.
general, and he died like in one of the early episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like what's
He
funny is
fought.
that
I think he fought Roy.
he fought Scar and got killed.
Scar.
Like
Oh
really early,
yeah.
So
yeah.
what's interesting is that like in the anime, in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, he was actually like a major antagonist for the
Oh.
first half. And then in this one, he's like only in 2 episodes. Like he pretty much like tries to fight
Good.
Scar, tries to create these cannons out of his body and stuff like that. And then like Scar just like immediately just I think blows up the ground underneath him and then grabs his head and,
Oh
blows up his
shit.
insides. Yeah. Fairly
I would,
quick, fairly brutal.
yeah, I would also be the Chimera
I knew it. I fucking knew he was gonna
alchemist.
say I knew he was gonna say Brad is the mad scientist in the world. It'd be pretty
I
funny.
see this.
All right. It's pretty good, right? Good discussion.
Yeah.
We got to discuss
Time flew by.
anime in winter 2023. There's still a lot to watch. I've
Yeah.
given a lot of recommendations to Chibi.
I'm
A
excited.
lot of fluff that you can watch. A lot of good fluff.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Vinland Saga. I've actually watched the second 2 episodes of season 2.
How did you like that?
It's great. So,
I gotta watch the first season.
for everyone here, if you've never watched Vinland Saga, it's probably one of the most. It's like an out of place anime because it
How
discusses.
so?
Well, because it's not like it's. It discusses like it has takes on like realistic characters like real life characters and shit like that.
Okay.
So we're
Because it's
talking
like based off of Vikings,
it's
right?
based off like it has like Norse information from like characters who were alive, like certain Vikings. You had certain like war between like War for Britannia, like England, the
Oh.
Danes,
Okay.
Welsh, all that stuff. It is incredibly violent. It's uncompromising. At times, it can be incredibly tragic and sad. The main character, Thorfinn, is probably one of the best written characters I've ever seen. And what's fucking
Okay.
crazy is that Vinland Saga Season 1 is a prologue.
Excuse me?
The entire 24 episodes is a prologue.
What the fuck?
And you will
Excuse
either
me.
yeah, it's an
Fun.
entire prologue. A lot of people who have not read the manga like are probably going to be like startled by some of the things that happen, and it's really funny because the last episode of the first season says the end of the prologue.
Oh
Pretty
my
much.
god.
So the second
Well,
season,
now I'm gonna have to
like,
fucking binge it.
yeah, the second season pretty much talks about Thorfinn's life afterwards and his, picking himself up and doing all these other things. So if you have not
Oh,
watched
Lord.
Vinland Saga, it is
Okay.
widely considered one of the greatest anime, like of
Yeah,
recent
that's what I've
memory.
heard.
And I 1000% agree. It's fucking so good. And season 2, really good.
So Dragon Ball.
Yeah, listen. Here's the weird thing. This is my soapbox thing. I don't know why they switched studios because I can't really see what Mappa is doing differently than Wit, other than giving it a little bit more sheen to it. Like this, it's such a grounded anime that doesn't feel like you really need, Mappa's talent because everything they do is kind of, like Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, like super, spectacle. Like Vinland Saga is not that in any way. So it is kind of weird that they switched studios. That's just me though. So, alrighty. We also answered some good questions from the community. Thank you, Chibi's
Thank you guys
community.
again.
Yeah, appreciate that. Right,
Appreciate the
Cup Dog
community as
also likes
always.
the attention. Look at him.
Oh, Cup
Focus-
Dog.
focus
We
on
have a
Cup.
word after this podcast.
Focus on the Cup Dog. Josh, thank you for watching the 4 anime. I'm glad that you enjoyed some and
Thank
Yeah,
you
they were
for
good.
letting us take your time and watching anime.
intrigued by a
Yeah,
lot.
I
I'm
enjoyed
glad
it.
I'm glad that you're here. Right. You want to hop on more often? That's great
Jack,
too.
just stay. We'll kick Ken off together.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Yeah, there we go.
Go ahead. We'll see which one of you can fucking actually narrate for the most part.
I can't if pressured. I might not be knowledgeable, but we are Twitch streamers for a reason.
Shout out to Chibi for being power. Right?
Wow, thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate some kindness that I get.
I give you credit.
What about me?
Shout out to Cup Dog for being the
Okay.
goat.
He said, "What about me?"
Cup Dog obviously carried the show. Thank you, Brad, for answering asking all the questions from Chibi's community, because Chibi unfortunately had problems with her voice.
I'm sorry that I sound like this, and I'm hoping by the time we get back and do another recording, I'll sound a lot better. But I figured you didn't want this whole episode to sound like this, okay? Just saying.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. Your voice didn't break as often as I think on stream when you first came on. Like it was.
Yeah,
like,
I've been hydrating a lot more.
you could hear it.
Ew, what is that?
There's matcha.
Oh, it's matcha. Yeah.
It's like
with oat milk.
It's like pea soup. Like
Ugh,
the vegetable,
never liked
vegetable
matcha.
pea.
I couldn't get into matcha.
Vegetable,
So
like
good.
the vegetable, not urine.
I understand because it's green,
Okay.
so I hope it wouldn't be urine.
All right, so I think I want to do some interesting. I want to take suggestions for what the next episode should be from your
Okay,
community.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys.
And more anime.
Yeah, animes. So yeah, feel free to give us suggestions on any ways you want us to kind of deviate or go, any questions that you have. Like I said, I have some ideas for February. Ken's probably gonna absolutely hate me, but it's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. But yeah, feel free
Give him
to
a hat.
post in the YouTube comments, DM us, Spotify. Please make sure you guys show love wherever Pixelated Thoughts and Down the Rabbit Hole are. We really appreciate any feedback and all your kindness and listening and sharing it.
Yeah, so like, share, and subscribe, please. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're on YouTube. We really appreciate that. I'm this time, because Jack reminded me, I'm gonna put Chibi's, Josh's, and Brad's Twitch also in the description.
Finally.
I'm sorry, dude. Okay, Cup Dog.
Cup Dog with the hat.
The fury.
We'll do some closing. Jesus Christ, is this Metal Gear Solid 3? Let's do some closing thoughts with Brad. What do you got for me, man?
Yeah, I enjoyed the animes that we watched. It was a good time. I started back watching the old Trigun, so I mean that was unexpected, and I'm enjoying that. So yeah,
good.
And animes. I typically don't watch a lot of TV in general. I usually watch some podcast and or like YouTube, like short YouTube things. I don't watch like shows or movies or whatnot unless I'm like eating dinner with the wife or something.
Unless you're in it.
True dat. Yeah, I'm excited about High Card.
Oh,
and those other animes are cool too.
It's so good.
But yeah.
All right, Josh, you have a growing list of things to watch.
I know, poor Jack is probably so
I kind of want to throw in like I don't know if you'd be interested in the show.
Don't throw in any.
No, I was going to talk about a movie I just watched too, The Pale Blue Eye.
I've already watched it.
You watched it? What'd you think, man?
Yes, I live in Maryland. I have to watch
it. What'd you think? Just give me your quick thoughts, man.
I really enjoyed it. The twist at the end blew my mind.
Super fucking dark. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't.
Jeez.
I didn't think it was going to go in that direction.
Me too. Me too.
But really good, really good. And for anyone who lives in Maryland and is a actually, is that a spoiler?
No, he's a
prominent
character.
Yeah, if you're an Edgar Allan Poe fan and check it out. Check it out. He's one of the main people.
Yeah, The Pale Blue Eye.
Really? Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe was one of my favorite writers growing up.
The Pale Blue Eye. Sorry. It's also based off a novel, right? Scott Cooper, great director. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy's, yeah. Josh, anything else? Like, so how do you feel about the anime you watched? Like, are you excited for?
Like I said, I enjoyed all four of them. I agree with all of y'all that High Card is insanely promising. I think it's probably going to be the best one this year. And I'm hoping that they continue it. Like I'm hoping it's not one of them shows that
the momentum
you bring in
dies.
that one season and then and then you're fucking done.
I'm
for
pretty
good.
sure. I'm pretty sure I had to be that guy. It's probably going to be one season. If it might not be, I might be wrong, but like I feel
as long as they end the arc, I'll be okay with
Yeah.
it.
Well, the thing is,
I
I mean, they may have to take it through a different arc at that point. I can understand it's probably hard to create a story that revolves around a certain number of cards that
I mean,
that
you
are
got
released into
you
the
got,
wild.
you got
I feel like
52
they can
like that.
elongate it. I feel like they can figure it out.
I think it's gonna all depend on its popularity. Like I could see them absolutely pivoting and killing it. Like if it doesn't get like too much traction. Just in 12
I'm really
episodes.
hoping it does, and I feel like it will though because it's
Mhm.
so quality.
So just you just gotta bear in mind that with a lot of original anime, like if it is slated for 12 episodes and that's it, they will absolutely fucking kick it into high gear and just start immediately. They're not gonna. There's like it's all.
We'll have to
gas,
see by
you know?
what, like episode 4 or 5, how it's going.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
episode 4 or 5, you're gonna be like, oh,
Okay.
we're outpacing ourselves here. People are gonna fucking
we'll see.
die.
Yeah.
Stop.
All right. Thanks, Josh, for your thoughts. Shibi, what do you got? This is your show, your stage. Go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This
I
is down the rabbit hole.
loved all 4 that we watched. I think it was nice that they were all like different.
Cup rabbit dog. Hey, it's the year of the rabbit, guys. Right? That's why you should like, share, and subscribe. Right? It's
Yep.
Shibi rabbit.
Down the rabbit hole.
Down the rabbit hole.
Rabbit
Wow,
hole.
look at my twin. I really enjoyed the difference in the genres. You know what I mean? Like none of them were really the same. It was
Yeah, they're not.
yeah, it was all different. So like for me, who usually watches like very fluffy like shoujo stuff, it's nice to kind of get different animes. Because like for example, Trigun, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I would never on my own pick it up, but I loved it. It was great. Same thing. I could see myself watching High Card, but I think initially I would never have watched it without you guys. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Cup Dog, it's the truth. But now we have learned my lesson, okay? So it was nice, and I feel like I'm getting more, like, what's the word? Like, versed in anime too.
Yeah, you're
So
becoming more diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, more diverse. So I'm
Diversify
really
your
enjoying it. I
bonds.
kind of want to keep doing that and just try and watch different stuff that I normally wouldn't have or thought that I would like, because you never know, like, crap, you might like it.
Yeah. Great.
So again, thank you guys. And here is your Lord and Savior Bean.
Yay, Bean's here, my co-host.
Yeah.
All right, so
Beans
we
in
want to
the
thank
head.
everyone for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, and
Like, what about your
subscribe.
thoughts?
I've been talking a lot.
So,
Yay, thumbs up.
okay.
We want to thank everyone for listening, right? And
Yep. Thank you
like,
guys so
share, and
much. We
subscribe.
appreciate you.
And then next week we'll be on Pixelated Thoughts. That'll be, and then after that, once again, down the rabbit hole. I think is that February? Is that gonna be the first week or no? Yeah, that's just
Yeah, it'll be around
we'll
the first
be-
week.
first week. So
The
Chibi's
next
gonna
rat
have
down the rabbit hole will be the 1st of February.
She's gonna have some crazy
Oh,
wacky
no.
thing. Oh no!
No.
All and
not
last thing
quite.
I gotta say is all hail Cup Dog. Praise be.
Hate you, Cup Dog.
We we will talk to you next time. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you guys.
See y'all.